Hello YouTube, I am your host Slender Steve. I'm here today to pretty much discuss a very unnerving news that I heard. Alright, well, to begin this video off, I'm gonna say this. I am not a fanboy of either Xbox or PlayStation. I like them both. I've owned the Xbox 360, the Xbox, the PS3, all the way down to PS1. Okay? Just get that out of the way. Please excuse my webcam. It's been acting weird lately, cutting my picture in half. Hopefully that's not too big of a problem. With all those pleasantries aside, let's get to the meat and bones of the situation here. It was brought to my attention the other day. I was watching some YouTube channels, okay, and people act like YouTubers don't watch YouTube shows. I guess I'm not a big YouTuber yet or anything, and I probably never will be. But I'm still gonna post these for you guys because I'm a gamer. I love gaming. I've gamed like my whole life, and I feel it important to stir up conversations and stuff with fellow gamers to see where we're heading as a gaming community. Okay, so I was watching Markiplier and PewDiePie and Mr. Boogie. Mr. Boogie is one that I really like, and I respect his opinion on a lot of things. And I'm sorry if I sound weird or look a little goofy. It's like 3:10 here, and this is like the 7th time I've recorded this. Yeah, because of I've been working with my webcam, trying to get it to work for you guys, because I don't really want to, just look at an Xbox screen and narrate the whole thing. So I'd give you some sort of like who you're talking to type of thing, and give you the face to hate basically if you didn't like what I have to say about this. Which again, before we start, getting into this. If you're very tender about this subject and all you can do is insults and not have an educated argument or conversation about this type of thing, then I don't have to ask, please, not watch this video because this is not for you. This is for the educated who want to discuss the future of gaming and stuff like that. And if you're a hardcore gamer, I want to know what you guys think. That's what this video is really for. Also, I'm going to express my views on this travesty. I'm going to put it, because the Xbox One, when it came out, I was actually looking forward to owning both consoles again. I was gonna own the PS4 and the Xbox One. Then the DRM and all their restrictions. I mean, the restrictions were phenomenal, and I was like, why would I pay for something for less? Okay, and people were like, oh no, that was the future of gaming. It unlocks so much potential. Well, even they said that the cloud gaming thing wasn't quite there. It was a good step, it's a nice step in the right direction, but it's not quite there. So that means we're buying into something that's just not quite there yet, the technology-wise. And that's one thing, but that's not part of this rant. This rant is more about the DRM and everything else. And I know that it's been removed, okay? And before anybody starts like watching half this video and starts bashing me, oh, but it's been removed. What are you beating the dead horse for? Well, that's not what I'm beating the dead horse for. I'm just giving you a little bit of a prelude to what's to come, basically. This crap, okay, and I'm gonna call it as crap. Why would you pay for less? And you're saying, oh, I'm not paying for less. Yes, you are, because if you buy a system with DRM and all these restrictions, now you can't trade in the game that you bought. You paid your hard-earned money for. You can't trade it in to get another game. If it's a crap game and you just don't like it and you bought it to test it out, because without all this, without all the stuff, uh, with all these restrictions, now you can't rent to see if you like the game. Yeah, that's where they got you. Now you gotta buy to see if you like the game. Now you buy the game to see if that you don't like the game. So now you want to trade it in, but you can't. You can't trade the game that you bought because you didn't really buy it. You leased it. You do not own that game. You cannot do what you want to do to that game. If you want to trade that in or sell that game, you are unable to. Thus, you do not own your game. Now, they removed all that. Yeah, that's super. Okay, cool. That means now I might actually buy an Xbox One. But now, I don't know what happened. I maybe the world's coming to an end. I don't know, because apparently there is people signing petitions. Yes, that is right, folks. Signing petitions. Pretty much to slap themselves in the face, okay? That's like signing a petition and be like, I want this guy to slap me in the face. I signed a petition, I want you to slap me in the face. That's basically what they're doing, okay? They're like, here's my money. Here's my, just take everything from me and I'll go with the bare minimum. That's not how this works, okay, people? Use your head. Alright? Think about it for a second, okay? Just take a deep breather. Alright? Now, let's think about this. You guys are signing petitions for them to take away from you, to take your freedoms and your rights to do with that product that you paid for away from you. Let alone, now you want them to restrict the internet. And of course, alright, these 5,000 people probably have internet, have good internet, but they're not thinking about everybody else who doesn't have good internet. Soldiers, I mean, come on. They're fighting for you. They're fighting for your country. They're fighting for your rights. They're making sure that you're alive. Okay? Think about this. Alright? They're fighting for you. And you basically look at them and you say, I don't care about you. I got good internet. I don't care about your entertainment. Okay? That's a little heartless. Now, what about those poor people that save, no, I hate to say poor people, that's kind of derogatory, but the folks that can't afford internet, and yet they save up for their kid to have the next gen console, okay? And they might buy 1 to 2 games a year, okay? So that their kid can enjoy the console. Now they can't, because if they don't have an internet, guess what, folks? You're screwed. You ain't got no, your system won't turn on. Okay? It's a little heartless, alright? And what about, what happens if your internet cuts out? Okay, it's happened before. Alright, folks? Now you got a $500 brick, and I know what people's gonna say. Oh, well, then I'll just go outside. That's super, buddy, but listen. Okay, I've had internet knocked out for, I think, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks one time, because of a big snowstorm. Alright, here in Virginia, we have big snowstorms sometimes. And it was, I think it was my first year of living here. And my internet was knocked out for 2 weeks. Now, I could play my games because they were offline. And I could play them. But with this DRM and all these restrictions, you cannot play them. Alright, what, you going to go outside and sled ride like 24 hours a day? No. Okay? You're not. You're going to get bored. And you're going to want something to do, okay? And you could play your games, but you don't have internet. So poor you, right? Oh no, now it's actually hurting you. For those who are like, I don't care, I got internet. That's you need to get out of that mentality, man. That's not going to take you very far in life. For those who didn't sign this petition, good for you, but I guess I can't cast judgment. I can't do that because that's not fair. But let me cover the rest of this and then we'll get to the end of that. Alright, so basically, let's use this analogy then. Alright, think about it, folks. Alright, all these restrictions, that's like buying a TV that restricts what you can watch. Okay? For example, you want to watch, and Xbox is good for these ads, but Alright, so you want to watch the sci-fi movie that's on at 9 o'clock, okay? Or Hallmark, or whatever the hell you guys want to, you know, whatever you guys are into, watching, Cartoon Network, anything, okay? And there's a good show on at 9 o'clock. And at 8:56, there's an hour-long special of advertisements on a different channel. Well, it restricts what you want to watch. So that means you go to click over there, boom, now they got you, and now you're watching that hour-long special. And if you try to switch back, then they don't like it. They could just shut your system off. All right, Xbox One shut their games off, okay, because it wasn't. Granted, I liked it, but it wasn't a very popular system. So if they have the power to shut things off, just like, okay, well, it's no longer popular. What do you think is going to happen if you do something that they can be like, okay, well, that's not necessarily in our best interest or whatever. It's kind of against our rules. Now your console is a brick. But that's getting off the whole DRM thing. All right, but still, I don't know. I'm done with this rant here, folks. You know, I don't know. I can't understand why. It just floors me. I just can't understand why anybody would want to pay more for less and say that that's the future of gaming. And hopefully to God it's not the future of gaming, because I'm going to get out of gaming then. But first, real quick before we go here, I'm going to scroll down here. Javier Marcano. Sorry, folks. He states that he doesn't want to pay $400 to $500 for a console that essentially looks prettier, but does the same exact thing as the current console does. Microsoft was trying to pave the way towards the unavoidable digital future for all consoles to follow. No. Okay, and I'll explain why. Okay, there was a comment basically saying that it was Steam for the console generation. That's not true. Okay, you never see Xbox with these huge ass sales. Okay, one. Number two, they can still do the digital. That's what I don't understand. They can still do the digital. They don't have to have always online and all this other stuff. They can still do the digital, or they can do the offline. They don't have to limit it. They don't have to limit it. They're just doing it because it makes more money for them. Alright? It all gets down to the brass tacks money. Alright? And then people were bitching about the family plan. Well, let me tell you about the family plan. But folks, a lot of you don't know this, but the family plan is, if I buy a game, put it on my system, okay, and I'm not playing it, then say my brother can play the game as long as I'm not playing it. We can't play it at the same time. But when I play it, I can play the multiplayer, I can play any DLCs that I have, and I have access to the offline mode, or the single player mode, okay? Now when my brother plays it on a different console, all he has access to is the single player mode. No DLCs, no multiplayer, okay? Personally, folks, people were up in arms about this, about losing this feature, okay? We're going to call it a feature right now. But this feature could be simply put as, I walk my happy ass over to my brother's house, okay, and with the game in hand, and I hand it to him. Have we gotten that lazy, folks, that we can't walk down the steps, or walk to the opposite room, or drive down the street? Okay, come on. Alright, without restrictions on your discs, anybody can play them. Okay? But with these restrictions, 10 people can play them, and they can't use the online features or any DLCs that you have bought. Alright? But that's enough with my rant for tonight. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed. But before I do, if you guys would like a spotlight in my next video, like your comment to be read in my next video, please put it in the description below, or in the comment section below. If you would like me to discuss anything else, you know, please again put it in the description below. I'm gonna leave you guys off with this question right here. What do you guys think? Okay, honestly, do you guys want the DRM back? Do you want all these restrictions back? You know, do you see this as the future of gaming? You know, if so, you know, leave an educated opinion, okay, or whatever, because that's all this is an opinion. You know what I mean? Leave an educated opinion, no insulting, no bashing, and all that other stuff. And I'll actually do like a recover video where I'll read your comments and I'll explore it a little bit more. Okay? Because you know I'm not 100%. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. Okay? So you know, yeah, just leave that in the comment section below if you want me to recover that. I'll keep keep tabs on it and everything, and I'll do a recover video within like the week or so. That's if I get any comments. Odds are probably not yet, but yeah, just leave that in the comment section below, please, and please like and subscribe. Give me some love, and y'all, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.